Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Y'all, I had to come back this morning because my last time doing my morning show, we met my goal. So I have to be a woman of my word. But not only that, I'm a little bit late because I was still getting caught up, y'all. Last night was explosive, to say the least. I went to bed, but of course, I woke up. I want to say, oh, and let me tell y'all good morning first. Good morning, Dr. Soapy. Good morning, Dreamy Jeannie Blue. Good morning, CMAC TV. Good morning to Tuddy. Good morning, Miss Douglas. Good morning to everybody here. And please like the video as y'all come in. So yeah, when I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom, I glanced at my phone and I saw that Tracy had done a live and that she was upset. So I tuned into Tracy as I fell back asleep, and essentially, Tracy and Lemon have fallen out. Now, this morning, whenever I got up, I was able to go to Lemon's live and red ball through it to get to the meat and the potatoes. But let me tell y'all what happened. So, essentially, the gist of Lemon's live, they were planning for the Vegas trip that Lemon trying to do in February. Lemon realized that he didn't want to spend all that money on everybody. So then he started trying to decide who ticket he wasn't going to be able to do or whatever. So he was essentially reneging on promising all these people a paid trip. There was the whole issue because Laurie said that she could not afford to pay for her own flight right now. So I think at this point, Laurie is probably, I don't know, she is on hold about going. However, Lemon did distribute money amongst, I want to say Tracy. I don't know if it was Sassy too or and Laurie. I can't remember y'all. But specifically, I paid attention to Tracy. So Lemon distributed the money, right? Lemon sent Tracy $250 for Tracy to book her flight. So once the $250 was sent to Tracy, Tracy dropped down off the panel and she was like, "Oh, okay, thanks, babes, Lemon. Thank you, Lemon babes." And she dropped down off the panel to go ahead and book her flight, right? Good morning, sadly mistaken. So Tracy wasn't gone off the panel too long, maybe a good 20 minutes or so. She booked her flight. She came back to Lemon's panel. So at this particular point, they all, talking about how the flights have been booked, so that part is down. Now they just discussing hotel accommodations and all of that. Well, you know how there is always this back chat person that be typing stuff up in the back chat. Well, the back chat person was typing in Lemon's back chat last night, and the person had typed something related to why in the hell Ness trying to go on LemonCation instead of going on vacation with her son. So Lemon started reading it, but then he stopped reading it at the part that Ness's son was being mentioned. Tracy was on the panel eating a nectarine or eating a peach, whichever one it was. But she just eating on her fruit. And when Lemon stopped reading what was in the back chat, Tracy went on ahead and read the whole thing. And Tracy was like, "Oh, um, she read it about Ness son." So by that point, Lemon had a fake outrage at Tracy and started fussing at Tracy, saying that Tracy should not have read the back chat because he did not want to mention Ness's son. Tracy said, "I am going to read the back chat, babes. You don't have to read the back chat, but I'm going to read the back chat, babes, because I don't care. I don't give a fuck about her or her son." Lemon wanted to be enraged. What's good, Leslie? Lemon got enraged with Tracy, and then he went on this fake outrage about Tracy reading what the back chat said and bringing up Ned's son. Now, this is my thing, y'all. They ended up arguing back and forth about this. If Lemon wouldn't even have just made a whole big deal about it, They could have bypassed that conversation and just moved on. But Lemon kept making a big deal out of it. And he said that he made a big deal out of it because he don't want it to be able to go back, for people to be able to go back to Ness and say that Ness was allowing people to drag her son on the panel. In all actuality, I think that Lemon was just trying to appease Ness because Lemon potentially wants to do the bedcation, or he want Ness to come to the LemonCation. But either way, he made a big deal out of nothing, and him and Tracy started going back and forth. So then Lemon started raising his voice at Tracy and actually talking down to her and yelling at her. And where he had Tracy fucked up is when he yelled at Tracy and said, "I just paid for your flight. I just paid for your plane ticket. I just paid you a trip. Did Backchat pay you a trip? Did Backchat get a trip for you?" And that's when Tracy said, "You got me all the way fucked up." So by that point, Tracy had went back and forth and was like, "You're not gonna keep throwing no trip in my face, and I just bought the motherfucking ticket." And I kid y'all not. I actually looked for the timestamps while I was going through this to get this recap for y'all. And I would say it had to have been the 1 hour, 30-minute mark is when Tracy left the panel to go buy her plane ticket. By the 3 hour and 40-minute mark is when they was falling out. So roughly 2 hours, 2 hours went by before all hell broke loose and Lemon started trying to throw the plane ticket in Tracy's face. So Tracy went to her own channel and did her own live. That was the live that I ended up catching when I had woke up in the middle of the night. Tracy is upset and it's like, Lemon don't need to disrespect her. She said Lemon don't need to throw it up in her face about the ticket either. She said because she could have bought her own plane ticket. She also said that she don't know why he getting all upset with her behind Ness's son because Ness don't like Lemon no way. So Tracy started calling Lemon out for the fact that Ness really can't stand Lemon. So why in the hell is Lemon trying to jump on Tracy behind Ness' son? And why is Lemon giving a damn about Ness' son when Ness clearly don't give a damn about her own son? Lemon was over there. While Tracy was live, Lemon was over there demanding that Tracy give him $250 back. Now, the girl just bought a plane ticket, and already within 2 hours later, he is demanding the $250 that he gave to Tracy to go towards the flight. He is demanding her to give it back to him immediately. Tracy on her live was saying that she got to look and see because if her trip is non-refundable, she said she ain't got nothing to give back. Because if it's a non-refundable plane ticket, then what she probably gonna do is she'll just change the date of her flight and she'll go to Vegas to see Chelsea Handler. So Tracy said if the plane ticket is non-refundable, she ain't canceling nothing, and she gonna go on the day that she want to go so that she could go see Chelsea Handler. So he was still over there demanding $250 refund because now he don't want to pay for Teresa's ticket. Which ain't that about some Indian giving type bull mess? Like damn. To me, it feels like he knew he didn't want to pay for that ticket no way. For him to now all of a sudden be demanding to get it back. Then I guess Butt Week going, but Butt Week ain't bought his ticket yet. And then Ness ended up clicking Lemon's link after Lemon and Tracy had got into it. And that's the last that I saw was that Ness was up there, y'all. And then once I saw Ness was up there, I had to go ahead and stop looking at it so that I could come here and tell y'all. So what y'all think about this? Just like that, just that quick, LemonCation done fell apart and Tracy done got pissed off and cussed Lemon out. Now Tracy finally done had her breaking point and took her power back and started defending her damn self, which I'm proud of her. If Tracy hold that $250 hostage and not refund him, I wouldn't be mad about that either. Wouldn't be mad about that either. Because I'm thinking to myself, damn, you just sent her the 250. You know she booked the flight, and now already you trying to demand the money back. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, between both of those trips, it seemed like the shit is falling apart left and right, left and right. But I know that I want to say that Tracy, and that's the thing. I hate that I didn't get enough time to rewatch Tracy's live with her dragging Lemon so that I could get y'all more accurate information about her drag and what she said. Good morning, VA Sagittarius. Dreamy Genie said, Lemmy just wanted it to be a sausage fest anyway. C Mac TV said, now Tracy want to meet up with Living My Best Life. Oh yeah. Living My Best Life though, I think she actually is in Vegas. I don't know if y'all remember before the Vegas trip last year, Living My Best Life was there. Living My Best Life was there, and I think she went and hung out with Sean them. Like when Sean them was in Vegas and Sean, King Roman and Captivate and the Rebel. I think living My Best Life might have been over there with them at that particular time. Okay, Sailor Mistaken said refund, come get it. You big and bad, come get it. Well, my problem is, and good morning, Dre Day. What I found interesting, y'all, is Lemon done bragged about being the highest paid YouTuber. We hear him brag about that every single day. So for the life of me, I don't understand why he had a whole talk about him not being able to afford everybody's plane ticket and everybody's hotel room. And then also, why is the highest paid YouTuber running around here making a big fuss out of $250 and demanding refunds and shit? If you the highest paid, you don't need that $250. You don't need it. You don't need it. So this is what I think the moral of this story is. And hopefully Lemon actually is paying attention. Stop getting your drunk ass over there making these big old promises and pipe dreams while you drunk. When you're drunk, you got that liquid courage, and I guess that alcohol made you feel like you were a millionaire. When we all know that you over there living in the slums of Sacramento, we know you over there living with your mama. We know that you ain't got it like that. So stop acting like you do and promising these vacations and plane tickets and reservations and hotel and casino trip and hamburgers. Stop promising all that to all these people because you know you can't do it. You know you ain't gonna be able to afford to do it. Just the fact that he said he don't want to spend $3,200 for them. And I'm thinking to myself, you trying to do a Vegas vacation and trying to pay for it for about 4 or 5 people plus yourself. How much did you think that you was gonna be paying? And this is how I know too that they don't travel often at all. Specifically Lemon. Because if Lemon know anything about traveling to Vegas, which clearly he don't. I mean, he went that last time, but everybody who's traveled to Vegas on occasions know that you get the best deals for Vegas hotel fees and reservations. You get the best deals if you go during the week. not the weekend, fool. So I don't know. When I was just sitting there listening to them argue about the price, the amount of how much the hotel gonna cost. Oh, that's too expensive. I think Laurie's hotel was gonna be like almost $400. And he said that's too expensive. Then Laurie and Tracy put together was like 800 and something dollars. They said that's too much. I'm thinking to myself, why in the hell y'all going on the weekend anyway? I mean, if we're gonna be honest, out of the people that's actually planning to go, the only people that really have jobs is Sassy, Laurie, and Tracy. But if they got a job that's worth a damn, they gotta have PTO. I would think they could just use their PTO and y'all go in the middle of the week. That'd be cheaper, dumbass. Why in the hell you gotta go on the weekend like you got a 9 to 5 limit? Like you got somewhere to be Monday through Friday. You ain't got nowhere to be Monday through Friday. So why y'all won't just take y'all asses over there and go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will probably get y'all a cheaper room, and let that be that. If you even have traveled enough, you would also know that the best time to buy the plane ticket is typically on a Tuesday or Wednesday. That's when you typically could get a better deal. But they don't know that. Then they complaining about the airfare and how the price gonna keep going up. Laurie want to sit back and wait to because she said she can't afford to get any of her stuff now if Lemon can't pay for it. She said, but she know that probably by the time February comes, she'll have her money together. Laurie don't have the money to book her flight or none of that, but was still up on the panel reading the comments that the trolls and people was typing, talking about $100 buffet. I guess they was talking about going to $100 buffet, but the problem with that is how y'all going to a damn $100 buffet when y'all complaining about who gonna pay for the flight and who gonna pay for the hotel? If you can't afford to just get your flight, why you worried about eating $100 worth of food? if you if you cannot afford, I think $100 buffet and $100 worth of food, that should be the last thing on y'all mind. Y'all need to go over there in Vegas and eat you a damn tuna fish sandwich. Go to Vegas and eat you a tuna fish sandwich. If you're smart, you will go on to Vegas and go. You'll go ahead and go to the grocery store once you get to Vegas and get you a loaf of bread. Get you a loaf of bread and get you a couple of cans of tuna. Because the way y'all was over there nickel and diming about who gonna pay for what, and Lemon deciding his highest paid YouTuber ass deciding to renege on everything that he done promised y'all for the last 2-3 weeks. I'm like, y'all don't need to be going to no $100 buffet now. Just get you a loaf of bread over there. Couple of cans of tuna fish and drink you some water. Drink you some water. Don't worry about no bar. Don't worry about no bar up in your room and a mini fridge and no. Drink you some water. Make sure that you bring your own cup. Bring your own styrofoam cup that you could write your name on. And I recommend that you drink the tap water because that water is free. That water is free. Don't be trying to get no bottled waters, nothing like that, because y'all can't afford it. Ain't that crazy, tell? And then, one other thing that I had realized before Lemon got upset and blew up at Tracy, y'all, he was getting perturbed with Laurie. He was getting perturbed with Laurie because once they was having this financial situation going on, Laurie was like, well, if you can't afford to get all of our flights and the hotels, then we could just change it back and just go to Sacramento. Then Lemon act like he was about to get an attitude, and he said, Lolo, there was 560 people up in here. Why do you keep saying that? And Laura was like, what? Sacramento? What? Sacramento? And he was like, Lolo, stop saying that. So I guess he was quote unquote trying to get mad because I guess Laurie is doxing him. I mean, Lemon, we all know you in Sacramento. It ain't a secret no more. And I want to say good morning to Black Pearl and good morning to TMK Media. Good morning to everybody. So yeah, I guess they had talked about if everybody couldn't afford everything, the backup plan would be that all of them would just travel to Sacramento and do a vacation like kind of what Ness doing, because you know Ness broke, and because Ness broke ass can't afford to go nowhere, then everybody going to Seattle for her. Well, it seemed that Lemon broke ass can't fulfill what he done promised those people over there. So Laura was like, well, our backup plan B was for us to go to Sacramento. So you want to just switch it and then we'll just come to Sacramento by you? But Lemon act like he was getting doxxed. Luckily, he didn't jump on Laurie or snap on her, which is good. And unfortunately, Laurie was still over there with Pipe Dream talking about the Luxor Hotel and the Stratosphere and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, don't nobody got the money. Sassy had to get up there several times and redirect them and say, look, guys, Lemon said that he can't afford it. He can't afford it. And they were still making plans and Sassy had to get up there and redirect. Finally, Sassy was like, okay, Lemon. Sassy was like, how much money are you willing to spend? Can you just tell me how much money you're willing to spend? When Sassy got up there and asked Lemon how much money he was willing to spend for the trip for all of them, why in the hell Lemon said $500? Then he turned around and tried to act like he was joking. You wasn't joking, Lemon. You really only want to spend $500, even though you don't promise them people all this stuff. He played it off, said he was joking. Then he said that he is willing to spend maybe $1,400 or $1,500. But $1,400 or $1,500 for a vacation for 10 people, you out of your damn mind if you think that that's gonna fly. When you got Laurie, Tracy, Lemon, Sassy, and then I heard them saying that he was trying to invite Ness and promising that he was gonna pay for Ness too. First off, I need to know why is he even hell bent on trying to invite Ness for that. And I need y'all to pay attention about these brokecations and these bedcations. I think y'all need to pay attention to it because my question is, they about to do the bedcation in Seattle in October. Then they got this LemonCation, brokecation, bumcation that's about to happen in Vegas for Lemon in February. And I guess Ness trying to go to that one too. Plus, don't forget, y'all, Ness was on the spaceship trying to beg the Intels to sponsor her to go to James cruise in May. It's a lot of broke ass people that's trying to do a shitload of stuff. I will say that. And speaking of Ness over there begging the Intels to sponsor her to go to James cruise, now Ness done turned on Pizarro once again. Y'all did not call it, did not say that Ness was just using Pizarro and being nice and friendly with Pizarro so that she could help build that backup channel that she on, so that she can rebuild her platform, and I said she gonna use Pizarro and use the intels. And as soon as she done with Pizarro and she done with the intels, she gonna throw them away. And I witnessed her throw Pizarro right on up in the garbage. I witnessed her do it. Unfortunately, I didn't even need to tell Pizarro I told you so, because I'm sure Pizarro already saw the error in her ways and in her situation on her own. But she used her. So now they back fighting, arguing back and forth, and I'm so happy that I stuck to my guns and stay in my lane, and I ain't play that fake panel. Let's do a frenemies panel. I didn't do none of that stupid ass bullshit with them, because look at them, y'all. How long did that last? Y'all, it might have had lasted what, maybe 2 months, maybe 2 or 3 months. Child. So y'all, I had to drink some of my water. I was parched. This is water that I'm drinking, y'all. Water. This is gonna be the beverage that y'all gonna have to be drinking in Vegas if y'all still go, because y'all broke. When you broke, you drink water. You don't drink no Sprite. You don't drink no Barks root beer. You damn sure don't drink um any martinis. No, just water. But y'all, it actually this I gotta finish drinking my water so that I can make my coffee. I don't know. Is it just me? I do. I always have to sleep with water um on my nightstand. When I go to bed, I have my cup of ice water on my nightstand just in case I wake up thirsty. It keeps me hydrated throughout the night, but just in case I'm thirsty. And so this morning, I still have my water left over, y'all. So that's why I'm drinking it. I said, let me go ahead and finish my water before I even think about making a cup of coffee. So that's what you hear right now. That's what you hear. But okay, so what do y'all think about this dilemma? What do y'all think about Tracy going and buy her plane ticket? What do you think about Lemon sending the $250 to Tracy to go towards the plane ticket, only for them to fall out related to Ness and Ness's son? Um, and now Lemon is demanding the $250 refund back. What do y'all think about the fact that Lemon was already throwing it up in Tracy's face that he done paid for the plane ticket? I'm like, damn, could you at least let the girl get there first before you start acting funny? Lemon remind me of one of those people that think that they own you and control you because of that. Cause it puts me in the mind of like an abusive husband, that because he paid the bills in the household, he think he could talk to his wife any kind of way. And he think that he could say anything to his wife. Hell, he might even hit her ass because he paid the bills. He paid the bills. That's it. That's how he switched on Tracy that quick, y'all. And all it took was him giving $250 and her coming back and saying, okay, babes, I got my plane ticket, babes. And it was like a light switch had flipped. And his whole attitude and the way he started talking to her completely changed. It was like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde moment. But Tracy wasn't having it. Tracy was not having it. And Tracy was not letting him get away with that. So I'm sure if y'all missed anything last night, I highly recommend, whether you like Tracy or not, y'all need to go check out Tracy's live that she did last night, y'all. because that's when she really explained what went on. She explained what went on with her and Lemon, what went on with her buying the plane ticket, whether or not the ticket is non-refundable, and if she is or if she ain't sending Lemon the money back. From what I gathered, I don't think that she has any intentions on giving Lemon that $250 back, but I could be wrong because again, when Tracy was live, y'all, I was dead ass tired, sleepy, so I ended up falling back to sleep. So I didn't get to finish Tracy's entire live because I think Tracy was on her live for easily about an hour and 40 minutes, y'all. Tracy was mad. Her live was long. Let me actually go to that live and see so I can tell y'all how long this live was. I said probably what I'm gonna do once I'm done with this morning show because I promised y'all this morning show because y'all contributed to my goal. Because I had promised this for y'all, I had to make sure that I come here and do it. But the first video that I'm gonna start watching once I get my day started, I gotta get back over here to Tracy's video from last night. The live is called So Lemon Really Did It. Okay, so this live is 1 hour and 10 minutes. 1 hour and 10 minutes. And it's called So Lemon Really Did It This Time. He uninvited Ness, and I never dragged Ness's son, period. So yeah, I guess Lemon uninvited Ness. So then maybe Ness ain't invited no more either. But did Lemon uninvite Ness because of something that Ness did or said, or did Lemon uninvite Ness because he broke? Remember, when he invited Ness, he was promising to pay for her plane ticket and her hotel too. And now he already complaining about what he done spent. And he already ready for a refund. Good morning, Diddy Love. Good morning, Empress. Let me see. C-Mac said they can call Jay Wilson. He will Uber them in the church van. Dre, they said he was going to switch on Tracy eventually. We saw it coming. He been coming at the OGs lately. I would agree. And then Soapy said, C-Mac TV, he broke too. He trying to save for that facelift, church queen. Ain't no way she's sending that money back. She'll be a fool to send that money back. I would actually come back, Zulu. Come on back. I would consider that back pay. Back pay and pain and suffering money for all the times that she had to be called a bitch or a raggedy bitch, for all the times that he had to yell at her while she been on the panel, for all the hours that she spent. I mean, hell, just in this live that I had the red ball through, Tracy spent a good 3 hours over there discussing everything about the trip and getting her part of the money that Lemon was supposed to send so that she could get her plane ticket. Black Pearl, he do have all the money according to him, but he was over there complaining, girl. He was over there complaining. And I'm thinking to myself, what, Lemon, did you have to pay some bills because it's the first of the month? Did you have to pay some bills because it's the first of the month? Oh, I just checked my phone. Thank you so much to the person who contributed to my goal. Y'all, I got to cash out towards my goals. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Y'all be so sweet. But oh, and please like the video if y'all haven't. But yes. So Lemons is falling apart. And let me give y'all a quick update about the bedcation. For the bedcation, I think Ness and Stefan had bumped heads. And I think Stefan has a live scheduled. I want to say Stefan got a live schedule sometime today. I'm going to have to keep my eye out to see what's going on with Stefan. Because at first, Stefan said he was not going to go. But then now I don't know if he's still trying to go. I remember Stephen said that he got 3 of his college friends that live in Seattle, so he had planned to spend time with his friends anyway. He said he wanted to meet Ness and hang out with them. He said, but he wasn't going to spend I don't think he was going to spend the entire time with them because he wanted to go meet his friends. Speaking of him meeting his real life friends, Stephen was smart enough to separate his real life college friends from the vacation hoodlums. Instead of Stephen just inviting his real life college friends, like, come on over here and meet Ness. Give your government information to Ness and them. Give all of your information over there to them. Stephen didn't do that. Stephen kept it separated. Stephen said he was gonna hang out with the vacation hoodlums on this day, and he was gonna hang out with his real life friends on this day. He was trying to keep it separated, which is smart. Because you can't trust them with the people up in your real life. And that's why I was upset with Ro that time about his friend Vanessa. But what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, so that's really the bulk of everything that has happened. Tracy stood up for herself, and it's about damn time. Now that this Tracy and Lemon thing that happened, first off, I wonder how long it's gonna last. Second off, I wonder what Sassy's opinion is about it because Sassy, she loved her some Tracy cakes, and I think Sassy was looking forward to this damn Vegas thing, LemonCation, so that she could hang out with Tracy. But now Lemon, oh, that's another part that I forgot to tell y'all. Lemon took Tracy wrench too. What is it about Lemon just snatching people wrenches when he on his period? He stayed just yanking a wrench from somebody. So this is another reason how I know that it's serious business with him and Tracy, because he done snatched a wrench. He snatched a wrench and then said, "Give me back my $250." That he did do. Dreamy said, "Seeing Sassy associated with this conduct is surprising." You know something? I'm happy you mentioned that, Dreamy. I think it's only because Ness put out Sassy's picture. Y'all, I'm a firm believer that ain't no way Sassy would be entertaining meeting up with any of them if not for the fact of Ness leaking her picture. If Sassy picture wasn't floating out here and people was analyzing her eyes and her lips and this, that, and the third, if Sassy was still anonymous like what she used to be, she would not entertain this at all. She would not entertain this at all. But because her image is out here now, blatantly out here, then she was like, "Ah, hell, my image is already out here, so I might as well just go on out and start hanging out and having fun." To be honest, I don't even know why Sassy even trusted Ness to send Ness a picture. I don't even know why she trusted her to do that. To be honest, it's a couple of subbies that's going on the vacation. The girl Cassie U is going on the vacation. Cassie, you be careful. I know you always worried about meeting me or saying that I might dox you, but Ness ain't no better than me, and don't you ever forget it. And proof that Ness ain't no better than me is the fact that she dropped Sassy's picture right out here, just like what she did a week ago. She threw that bitch picture right on out here and had it circulating and sending it and dissecting the lips and everything else. So please understand, if you going to that vacation to meet over there with Ness, Don't let your guards down. They also say that subby named Cosmic Girl is going to be there. Now, this is what I want to say to all of y'all who are attending. I can't stand the subby named Cosmic Girl. She don't like me. I don't like her. I have her blocked actually in the chats. But to all of y'all that are going to the vacation, I would offer a hefty, hefty sum of money if you take a few pictures of that Cosmic Girl and you make sure you get them directly to me. I'd pay top dollar to get a glimpse of this raggedy bitch, Cosmic Girl, who got the crazy shit to say to me and about me up in the chats. Cosmic Girl, you ain't safe and you ain't off limits. I mean, whoever wants to take up on the offer, I mean, you might need some spending money while you in Seattle. You might need some spending money. The offer is yours. Thank you. Now, how diabolical is that? And Ness, I don't give a damn if you get mad. I don't care. But okay, so now we got that out the way. Now, Cassie, you be careful. I like Cassie, you y'all, so that's why I'm warning Cassie, you to be careful. I want Cassie, you to maintain her anonymity. I don't want her to use any of her government or personal information around those people. Cassie, you ain't a broke bitch. So I'm assuming Cassie, you ain't a broke bitch. So I'm assuming that Cassie, you paid for all of her stuff. So she really ain't gotta pass her information to them. All she really gotta do is just show up to wherever they're gonna be. So I just want her to be safe. Um, what else? Huh. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I got. Or at least that's all I was able to get before I ran out of time. Because I was trying to go and see everything that I missed over the course of the night so that I could have something to update you guys about y'all. But it was tough trying to play catch up. What do y'all think about these messy ass subbies that think that they gonna be going on the vacation that talked all this shit like a Cosmic Girl? She really think that she was gonna be able to remain anonymous? Even I heard Ness over there on her own saying that she was gonna do some slick shit, whatever the slick shit is. That's when she was over there snapping and fussing about Jay Wilson, because Jay Wilson been talking about her trip, so that pissed her off. Oh, also, Ness was unhinged yesterday. She blocked everybody that was in Pizarro's chat, including me. But I think it's so weird. Like, so you block people and you screenshot it and put it on your community wall. Why? Why? Bitch, I been told your ass to block me. I been told you to block me. From the day that I could see your ass up in the chat, I said block me back. But my question is, okay, so you blocked out Pizarro's chat and you don't think that that make you look silly as hell? You don't think that make you look deranged? You don't think that make you look soft and weak? The chat had you that pressed where you just going through and blocking and blocking and blocking and blocking and then take a screenshot. So what? So you could get a cookie? I mean, what did you expect to gain or to give by showing your screenshot that you blocked Pizarro's chat? Y'all, she even was up in there blocking Melissa Scott coffee quiz. And Melissa Scott coffee quiz don't be bothering nobody most of the time. Melissa Scott Coffee Quiz always say that we the same age as her kids, of her sons. So she don't play with her sons like that. So she damn sure ain't gonna play with us. So I'm trying to figure out why in the hell Melissa Scott Coffee Quiz had to be blocked in the screenshot. Why Melissa? What Melissa did to you? Sadly mistaken said a hot mess. She was so pressed. She was pressed. But then she'll swear that she unbothered. Girl, I can't tell. I sure can't. But I think it's fake as hell though that Lemon really did turn on Tracy all because Tracy read something in the back chat. Turned on Tracy just because Tracy read it. But remember, y'all, easily, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Well, he dragged the fuck out of Ness and Ness' son about 2, 3 weeks ago over there at ODS panel. So you mean to tell me you could drag Ness, her son, her parenting, and all this bull mess over there at official D spots just 2, 3 weeks ago, but you jumped on Tracy for reading the back chat question that said, why is Ness planning all these trips on YouTube instead of planning a trip with her son? One thing that I noticed about Lemon, how he been, and like even with the finesse, y'all, you know them people that be knowing the obvious, but they just won't say anything for the sake of the person. Because that's a valid question. Why isn't Ness planning a vacation for her son? Why is it so taboo and so horrible to ask that question? Why is it? Why is it so offensive? Why do people have to walk on eggshells over there by Lemon when it comes to that? As I said, she already been begging and needing help for the Seattle trip, and she ain't even going nowhere. Everybody coming to her. Then she trying to go to the LemonCation. Then she want to sponsor for James Cruise, but not. And Christmas is about to come, but not one time is she trying to do something with her damn son. Hell, at least for me, my birthday coming up. Well, I just had my birthday. I'm in my 39th year, but my next one, I've already been making plans with my mama's sister and my mama's best friend and a few of my cousins to go and celebrate me and my milestone birthday when I finally turn 40. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And that's what my money is going towards. But I'm trying to figure out why in the world, why Ness ain't trying to do something for her or do something with her son. And why is Lemmy getting bent out of shape because the back chat put it and Tracy read it. That's all. Hey, Scorpio Ascendant, good morning. Good morning. I'm curious to know. But according to what most people said, they said that Lemon has been waiting on his moment to jump on Tracy, which could be a fact. And even what do y'all think about this? That initially the trip was for Tracy to go to this Vegas trip with Lemon, only for Lemon, only for Lemon to invite Ness when he know damn well that Ness don't like Tracy like that. This right here, what I've been seeing them do, that's another reason as well too why I'm not interested in meeting them. Cause you got me all the way fucked up. If you start a trip, we solidify the trip, we solidify who is all going to attend the trip, and then at the very last second, you invite people that you know that I don't fuck with. You being a stunt queen, you being a setup queen at that point. Like with this vacation. Y'all know I don't care for the Billy Goat at all, but the fact that Lemon was openly invited at the last minute, even with Stefan, that Lemon was openly invited at the last minute. Like all of these stragglers just coming in at the last minute. And honestly, for me, I would be like, well, that's not what I agreed to. When I first agreed to do this, whatever it is, and before I pay any of my money, this is what you said was happening. So how in the hell all of these stragglers coming at the last minute? That's that bullshit that I don't like. And that's what I see happening with this LemonCation, because ain't no way after Lemon had offered to do this cation with Tracy, because it was supposed to be Lemon and Tracy, ain't no way that he should be inviting a motherfucking next, because it started off being Lemon and Tracy's event. That be that shit that people been got me fucked up about. It's ridiculous. So that's my thought, because y'all know damn well Ness and Tracy haven't gotten along in a long time. And I can only imagine that Nessa probably right there in the wings, if she did go, trying to take the most unflattering picture of Tracy so that she could post it out here and talk shit about her. No, Lemon was dead ass wrong for even trying to sneak Ness in like that. You dead ass wrong for even trying to include Ness like that. This is the reason why, y'all, I could never try to mix and mingle with them mofos, because they too slick. They too slick. But it seemed like they all just fake and trying to backstab and set anybody else up. And to be honest, if Tracy really if Tracy really wanted to, Tracy could light into Lemon just for even trying to pull that fuck shit and try to invite Ness anyway. Even though now I think Lemon done uninvited Ness because Ness was dragging him or something, but I don't know. But if I was Tracy, I'd have cussed Lemon out alone just for trying to pull that slick ass shit. Bitch, didn't you say it was our meet and greet, me and you? Well, you know I don't fuck with her. Why you invite her? But either way, Tracy done bought her plane ticket, y'all, and now her and Lemon done fell out. That's the moral of the story. That's pretty much all I saw since I've been up. And Lemon is demanding $250 refund. Tracy, I hope you keep your ticket in order. Hell, for all I care, you can keep your ticket the same. Change the date. And you and Sassy. You and Sassy go and have a little meet up. Wherever. Vegas, New York, DC, hell, even Sacramento, California. You and Sassy can go right on to Sacramento, California, and go knock on Lemon Mama door. Y'all could probably y'all could probably meet Lemon's mama for brunch. I mean, hell, he ain't trying to take the woman nowhere. At least if you and Sassy use your plane ticket and go to Sacramento, then y'all could at least treat the lady to brunch. Lemon ain't trying to give her no vacation. He ain't trying to give her no rent money. He ain't trying to give her a spa day or nothing. Least y'all could do is going over to Sacramento, knock on the door, and say, "Hey babes, come on out, babes. We're gonna go have brunch and mimosas. We will have some brunch and mimosas. Come join us. And let's talk about your raggedy ass son. Let's talk about your raggedy ass son. I think his mama would love that. And then y'all can go and do pedicures and manicures too. I know y'all love that type of stuff. If you and Sassy can have a whole girls trip with Lemon Mama. Y'all the same age. All of y'all the same age. Y'all the same age as his mama. And I think that his mama needs to be pampered. She deserves it. Especially with Lemon being the highest paid man on YouTube, the highest paid person on YouTube. She deserved to be pampered with Tracy and Sassy. I would I would have included Laurie, but Laurie already said she can't do it. She can't afford it. Ain't no need and including Laurie, and while they going to get brunch and mimosas, Laurie got to eat a tuna fish sandwich. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. But I think it would be a beautiful thing for Sassy, Tracy, and Lemon's mama to go hang out, get manis and petties. You know, the whole nine, the whole nine. But yeah, guys, well, I've been here 1 hour talking to y'all, and I think that's all I got for y'all. Y'all can't say that I did not give some very interesting tips and suggestions. And also, y'all cannot say, "Good morning, Melissa. I talked about you briefly earlier." Ness had put a screenshot where she was blocking Pizarro's entire chat, Melissa, and you got blocked. And I'm like, why in the hell she blocked Melissa? Now, I can understand why she blocked me. I can perfectly understand why she blocked me, but I'm like, Melissa don't bother nobody. So yeah, I mentioned you in that regard. I was like, Melissa, and hey, Purple Kitten. I said, Melissa don't really be bothering nobody because she always say that we her son's age. And because we her son's age, she said she don't play with her kids like that. So she damn sure ain't gonna play with us. So yeah, I didn't understand why you had got blocked. But either way, I did give y'all the highlights. Definitely. Oh, you don't go over there? Oh, okay, Melissa. Okay, understood. Well, I gave y'all the highlights, and I would recommend, if y'all got here late, red ball to the beginning. If y'all just want to get into the nitty gritty of what I saw, I gave y'all a LemonCation update as well as talk to y'all about the $250 refund demand. And then after you finish with me watching me, I most definitely recommend that you check out Tracy's replay because Tracy had to cuss Lemon out. They done fell out, y'all. They done fell out. And I explained it all up in this live. But Tracy's live, where she going in on Lemon, is probably the next place that you want to start so that you could get Tracy's perspective, point of view, and her side of the story. Her live is only 1 hour. So that's the reason why I say go to hers next to see what you missed. Lemon Live was almost 10 hours long. That's the reason why I'm telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all to go over there because I mean, hell, the damn thing is 10 hours long almost. Who got time to go through that? Unless you just have a lot of time, then you can if you got 10 hours to spend going through his bullshit over there, be my guest. But to get to the nitty gritty, Tracy got a live that she did, and it's only an hour. So go ahead and check that out. Oh, Melissa said, plus I took care of my sons. 6 at that. Oh, yeah, girl. I know you took care of your 6 sons. I know you did. You raised them, did what you had to do for them. You didn't leave them with your brother or leave them with nobody else. I know you did, Melissa. And you get nothing but props for that. Now, that's something that can't be taken away from you. But yes, well, I'm done talking to y'all this morning. So I am going to go ahead and get off of here and start getting my day started. Y'all, Thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for my cash app towards my goals. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. I try to see what else I could see for y'all, but at least I gave y'all that little bit to start with. I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, and have a happy and wonderful Friday. Bye.